So whatever hypothesis, whatever thought process you bring to the table, your brain is looking for evidence to prove it true.
Welcome to our kitchen. Great to be right here in our home, honey, with our good buddies.
Our kitchen couples.
Our kitchen couples.
All right.
We got Mike and Diane.
Yeah.
And Dan and Danielle.
All right. So Shanti Feldhahn, I think she's onto something here. One habit that can make a big difference in our marriages.
And she does a lot of research.
She does.
Like
she's written lots of books,
yeah.
and this is her life, is
Yeah.
researching. And so, but choosing to believe the best about your spouse, even if they say something that hurts your feelings. Because you know what, girls, I don't know if it's a woman thing or maybe it's a everybody thing, but our inner dialogue can have a mind of its own if we think that the motives behind what was said were not good, and we just go down that rabbit trail. I don't know, do you do that?
A time or two, maybe. I have. But, okay, so this is going to sound dramatic, but I think it's true that our mind is the most powerful weapon we have in marriage, either for good or bad. And that's why we have to live with positive intent, which I'm 100% on board with Shanti here. Like this can revolutionize everything because we tend to find what we're looking for. So I'm gonna do a quick experiment with you all. For 3 seconds, look around everything red in the room. Try to find everything red. Okay? Found one. Okay, close your eyes. Now tell me where everything blue is.
Oh dear.
Exactly. Harder to find because you weren't looking for it.
You were looking for red.
But it doesn't mean that the blue's not in the room. We tend to find what we are looking for, so we have to look for the good in each other.
Yeah, it's called confirmation bias, something we've been actually learning about. I've been doing some research and learning about in the last little bit, confirmation bias. And that it's that your brain is searching for evidence to prove your hypothesis. So whatever hypothesis, whatever thought process you bring to the table, your brain is looking for evidence to prove it true. That's why you tend to find what you're looking for. So if you're coming to the table thinking negatively about your spouse, my spouse is so lazy, my spouse is so uncaring, whatever, you'll find things and you'll interpret that your way and you'll be like, aha, see, I knew it. See, they're so that and they're so that. And so what she's talking about is the opposite of that, is giving them the benefit of the doubt and thinking, I love her wording, a more generous explanation, right? And assuming the best of them. The Gottmans did research on this, and they showed that the couples who approach each other with a negative mindset, thinking negatively, assuming negatively about them, they saw all the negative things that happened. They saw some things that were actually neutral, and they interpreted them as negative, and they missed everything that was good. They missed all the blue because they were assuming the worst. And we can flip that on its head, give them the benefit of the doubt, catch all the good things, and miss some of the bad things, and it's going to make everything better.
Wow, that is so good. That's really good.
Come on now, teach, teacher.
That's right. Yeah.
I'm listening. Okay.
In marriage, it is so fundamentally important to start with respect, right? And it is absolutely disrespectful, right, to assume the bad rather than the good. And so that old song, R-E-S-P-E-C-T, so for me, ultimately, right, it starts with respect. And we have to check that barometer, right? So every day before you go to bed, ask yourself, did I respect my spouse today, right? And give yourself a grade, and at the after you grade yourself, then there's some actions that should follow.
What is one thing that you do, Dan, for a healthy marriage?
One thing I do for a healthy marriage, nothing like putting me on the spot. I try to compliment my wife often. Well, instead of calling her a name, I'll call her pretty, hi pretty, or something like that.
What about you, Daniel?
Scratch his feet.
Okay.
He loves a good foot scratch.
Yeah.
It's important that we have that list, right? Pray together, compliment one another, go to bed together. Like a lot of people go to bed at a different time. For some people, they need that, like go to bed at the same time. Honey?
Yes.
Listen to one another. That spiritual connection. Those things are important for a healthy marriage. And the other thing is give your spouse the right to be wrong sometimes. Like give them that grace. That is so important in a healthy marriage.
Because that's kind of giving them the benefit of the doubt as well, that, okay, maybe they did something I'm not that happy about, but I know he or she loves me. You know, I know that they're still, we're one, and it's
That
just...
their motives weren't necessarily
Right.
bad.
Right.
Yeah.
It's just maybe they just weren't thinking when they said
Exactly.
something. Because I know that you have some research as well.
Yeah,
about your
well,
thoughts.
I came across this. The National Science Foundation in the U.S. funded a study that concluded that the average person has 50,000 thoughts per day, okay? And it could be, you know, anything when you think about just going through your day, turn left or right, you know. There's 50,000 thoughts. But 75% of the thoughts are negative in nature for most people.
75%.
75% of the thoughts that are going through their mind.
But listen
And
to
of
this.
those negative thoughts, of that 75%, the negative thoughts, 90% are repetitive,
Interesting.
like that tape recorder that keeps going. And so if you think about this in terms of thoughts toward your spouse, if a lot of them are negative and repetitive, that's the kind of the tape recorder that's going in your mind constantly, that's characterizing your spouse in your heart and mind.
You're digging a trench
Yes.
in your thought
Right, that
process,
rut,
that you're
yeah.
just staying in there, and then negativity just goes deeper and deeper. And I was talking to a young girl recently, and she said, I'm just so super sensitive. I just can't help it. I just am. And so things offend her so easily. And so it's just getting out of that mindset, identifying it, deliberately saying, okay, I don't want to stay this way anymore. And then finding ways to not be that way. Like change your thought process. Don't immediately go down to the deep dive of negativity, but to find a different way to think about it, like Shanti said.
Yeah, words matter. Speak positive.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
And that's also, you know, it takes work to develop those new grooves in our brain and everything. But that's where also a personal relationship with Jesus can make such a big difference, in the Holy Spirit's work in our hearts and
We can't
helping
do
us.
it on our own.
Yeah, because
We just can't.
Our tendency is to think negative, but with God's help and with just, you know, determination to focus on the right things and give the benefit of the doubt, we can do it, and we can become a better us.
That's right.
Yeah. Good stuff, guys. Thanks so much. And stay with us, because there's more to come.
Absolutely.
Hey friends, we really hope you're enjoying the marriage conversations here on our A Better Us YouTube channel.
We have hundreds of more helpful marriage videos designed to give you hope and tools to make your marriage even better.
Right. And you can see just a few options we think you might like here and here. So keep exploring.
Oh, and make sure you subscribe by clicking here so you don't miss out on all the great marriage help we have coming your way all the time.